They are one of the most elite naval teams in the country, the Blue Angels. The squad's aerial maneuvers, the thrill the young and the old alike.
It is thrilling. KPRC2's Bill Barajas got the invite to go up in the clouds with the pilots, and he takes us along for the high-flying, once-in-a-lifetime trip.
The name and paint scheme may be among the Navy's most famous. I was merely dressed for the occasion, took part in this dramatic Top Gun-inspired walk, and was then strapped into the cockpit of this FA-18 Super Hornet.
Ready, hit it!
That breathing exercise is meant to keep me from passing out.
And where he says that long, ready kind of thing, that's when you want to start getting into it.
Lieutenant Commander Griffin Stangl was my pilot.
We're gonna go have us pull as many G's as you want.
He quickly briefed me, and minutes later, we were ready for takeoff. A thumbs up on my end, and just like that, we're cleared to take to the skies.
Just like that, we're flying. That's awesome.
Once up above, I take in the view and quickly get put through the very same maneuvers.
Do a nice easy roll here. It's just like we're heading back towards the crowd.
You'll see Lieutenant Commander Stangl and his team perform at Wings over Houston.
We went out over the water and did a whole series of maneuvers. You know, we got a little bit of a warm-up in, see how the G's were feeling, and then afterwards, I mean, we did slow rolls, fast rolls, loops, split S, half cube and 8.
The flight pushes my limits.
All right, my man, you ready to go? Let's do it. All right, let's get after it. Ready, hit it. All right. We're finishing the loop. Dude, awesome job.
At one point, we reached 7.3 Gs.
So basically, if you take your body weight and multiply it by how many G's we're pulling, that's what it feels like. All right. So at 2 G's, you just double your body weight. You know, once you get up to 6 or higher, man, it's just you're working.
The 45-minute flight is a success. Safely touched down, and this elite team once again proves why they are the best in the business.
It's incredible what you can achieve with a team focused on a common goal. And I mean, we got people hand-selected from across the fleet, Navy and Marine Corps.
And what a team they are. If you want to catch the Blue Angels in action along with the very best in modern and vintage aircraft and aviation, you can do so over the weekend at Ellington Field for that Wings over Houston show. As usual, it is set to be a good one. Guys, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Bill, I know you mentioned it was an opportunity of a lifetime for you. I agree with that. I did it too. But you grew up and wanted to do this, right?
Yeah, I grew up in Clear Lake, not far from Ellington Field where the show is being held. So I remember going to the Wings over Houston as a kid, always a good time. I also recall the Blue Angels practicing not far from my parents' house. So the house would shake. Us as kids would run out to try to catch a glimpse of them. So to be able to fly with them, to get into the cockpit and take to the skies was truly a privilege for me, something that I will remember for the rest of my life. Reporting live, Bill Barajas, KPRC 2 News.
Awesome job, Bill. I mean, when I heard him breathing like that, I was breathing as well.
It's the most intense thing. I did it years ago, and it is the most intense thing you'll ever do. I still to this day, Bill, tell people it was the best 30 minutes of my life.
Yeah.
I mean, it was that thrilling. It's thrilling.
That
it
is
is
exciting.
Incredible. Now, it's not for everybody. You had the opportunity and you said no thanks.
I said no thanks.
No, I get it. It's like the craziest roller coaster you've ever been on in your life times a million.
Yeah,
when you can,
roller coasters.
yeah, you're barely breathing too.
The breathing part's hard. I lost consciousness a couple times.
Oh,
Like
that's
you blacked
fine.
out. So, completely blacked out. But because I got so it wasn't for long. It was like for a few seconds here, a few seconds there. But because you're working so hard to stay conscious, and then towards the end you're exhausted, so they go to bleed off speed, and you're like,
okay.
So it's not like Top Gun kind of stuff, like you feel.
well, it was my first time.
Right.
You know, they do it all the time.
All right.
So it is. It's cool.
We'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay.